So welcome to your 15-minute seated chair yoga. Timing this one. We're gonna start sitting on the edge of the chair. So not with your bum back here, but sits bones forward towards the edge of the chair. So just the edge of your bum on the chair. And you can have a towel or a strap nearby for some of the exercises. So we're just gonna sit at the edge of the chair with our heels as wide as our hips and our toes pointing straight forward in space. We'll just roll out the shoulders a few times. Inhaling, rolling shoulders forward and up. Open mouth, exhale to come back and down. Inhale, forward and up. Open mouth, back and down. Big, slow shoulder rolls, forward and up. Open mouth, back and down. 2 more times, forward and up, back and down. Last one, no hurry, forward and up. Open mouth, back and down. So here we're just gonna have the hands come back to about the middle of the thighs so that the elbows can rest right beneath the shoulders and the chest can begin to open a little bit. See if you can lift up taller through the top of your head, making your seat even taller. And just let the shoulders continue to draw back and down so they can relax. Let the eyelids close when you're ready, and we'll just begin taking some deeper breaths from the nostrils all the way down into the belly, expanding like a balloon. And as you exhale, you'll feel the belly button drawing towards the spine. And just that much, letting a deeper breath come and go. Just giving yourself permission to let go of your list of things to do for the next 15 minutes, or any thoughts or worries that come, just let them go for this little moment of self-care. Let's take 3 more unhurried, longer, deeper, more enjoyable breaths here. Let's just see if we can keep our seat both tall and relaxed for 1 more centering breath. Okay, go ahead and slowly open the eyes. Release your arms alongside you and inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, turn the palms to face out and take them down. Inhale, sweep it on up. You can start to look up as well. No need to join the palms. Exhale and take the arms down, and we'll start dropping the chin down towards the chest. Inhale, nice and slow, like the arms are following the breath, because they are. And exhale, slowly down. Let's do that 2 more times. Practice not rushing. Good. And now let's take the arms up overhead and interlace the hands behind the base of the skull. And if you can't quite get there, feel free to just grab onto your towel behind your head instead. When we inhale, we're going to draw the elbows back, lift the chest, and look up, like so. And as we exhale, chin towards the chest, rounding the spine, elbows draw towards each other. Inhale, as you open the heart, lift and look up. Exhale, chin drops in, elbows towards each other. Inhale, let the heart open, stick your bum out behind you. Exhale, let the tail tuck and the chin draw in. Let's do 1 more of those, inhaling. And exhaling, taking it down and in. Let's inhale and sweep the fingertips up towards the sky. And as we exhale, release the arms out to the sides and down. From here, let's move into a warrior pose. So you're gonna take your right leg over to the side, to the right side, and you're gonna scoot back so that you can straighten your left leg off to the side. Okay, good. And then you're just gonna take our arms out to the sides. Ideally, your heel is pressing down into the ground, but I'm short, so I can't do that. It's just the toes. That's okay. We lift up again, nice and tall through the top of the head on the in-breath. And then we're just gonna gaze over the right fingertips and spread nice and wide through the heart. Imagine that you could make your back leg a little bit straighter and longer. And just take one easy breath here. Good, and then we're gonna hinge forward, reach out through your right fingertips and prop your right forearm onto your thigh. Take your left arm up towards the sky. There's a couple options here. You can bend the elbow. I like that one because it opens the left heart up towards the sky. And if it feels nice, you could straighten the arm alongside the upper ear. Lots of us will feel crunching in the neck and shoulder when that happens. So we just work to draw the top of the shoulder away from the ear, or just try one of those previous versions there. If it feels nice to look up towards the sky, look up towards the sky. And if it's not so nice, you can look in front of you or even down to the ground. You choose, and then we'll take 2 more breaths here. One more unrushed breath. Good, and then inhale back up to warrior 2. Now we're gonna flip the right palm towards the sky and reverse the warrior. So the left fingertips come down lightly on the back leg, top arm lifts up towards the sky. Imagine you could turn from your belly button through the right chest and lift up towards the sky. It's like you're heavy in this right thigh bone, but light and lifting through the side waist, through the ribs, and even the fingertips, like there's a helium balloon or a bunch of helium balloons attached to your right wrist. So lift up nice and tall, take another breath in. And now we'll start moving. Exhale, reach back into your extended side angle, forearm down, arm just up to the sky. Inhale, back to the reverse. It's okay if you don't get this on the first go round. Exhale, back into your side angle. So just do a couple more of these with your own breath. The inhale to lift us up and reverse. The exhale to take it into that side bend. You can move as quickly or slowly as your breath wants you to go. One more. And wherever you are, just go ahead and take your hands onto your hips. And then you can take your hands onto the chair and scoot your butt back to the middle. We'll just pause for a moment. Again, sits bones towards the edges of the chair, palms facing down, and we'll do a couple of seated cat and cow stretches. So as you inhale, open your heart, draw your thighs back, look up. And as you exhale, round it in. From the side, it looks like this. Inhaling, opening and looking up. Exhale, take it down. And one more, inhaling and exhaling. From here, we're just gonna lift up into our nice tall seat, and we'll do the warrior sequence on the other side. We're gonna scoot our bum over towards the right side and take your left knee out to the left. So scoot on over. Yes, vertically challenged people will just have your toes barely down onto the ground, depends on your chair. And then you're gonna take your right leg straight out to the right. Your hips are still pointing towards the place where your chair is facing. So your butt's pretty close to the edge of the chair. Come forward, Mom. And then scoot your butt over. Sorry, your butt's gonna be over this way. So it's like the length of the thigh bone is on the chair. Yeah, there you go. And then you can lengthen out through the back leg. Yes, okay. Inhale, nice and wide, nice and tall. And then we gaze over the left fingertips and we just keep the eyes fixed kind of softly, but not moving, right over the fingertips for a couple of breaths there. Imagining that you could widen from the center of your heart, longer out through your fingertips. Take a single breath. Good, and then inhaling, reaching long through your left fingertips, leaning, 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 and then placing the left elbow onto the thigh. Same options with that top arm, up towards the sky. Little bend in the top elbow. That's the one I like because you can roll the heart open. Or if you're feeling very bendy and adventurous, you could take the upper arm alongside the ear. Again, just make sure that that shoulder doesn't crunch towards the ear. We unhunch the shoulder, which is also why the bent elbow can be nice. Options with the eyes, looking up towards the sky, if that's okay, on the neck. Gazing in front of you for the middle path, or even down towards the ground if that's the most comfortable option. Nice and long through your back leg. Imagine you could grow out through the heel bone and see if you could sort of twist your navel towards the ceiling, any amount, even just an imaginary amount, that counts. And we're here for one more breath. Good, inhale, come on up. And we'll flip the left palm to the sky, right fingertips lightly touch down as we reverse the warrior, reaching up and back behind us. Just breathing there, going heavy in the top of your left thigh bone. Feel that making really firm contact with your chair. And then from that rootedness, grow your left waistline, your left rib cage, all the way up and out through your left wrist, which is lifting up towards the sky. For one more breath in before we begin to move. And on your exhale, you'll hinge forward, forearm to thigh, extended side angle. Moving with your breath, inhaling up and back, and exhale, extended side angle. I just got a cramp in my back leg. If that happens to you, bend the back knee and straighten it. Inhaling up and back, and just a couple more times. Imagine that you could move your body like it's moving underwater, just slow and graceful with your breath. Let's just do one more. And come back up to upright. Hands coming onto the chair and coming all the way up. Let's just do one more stretch. So you can take your right ankle over your left knee, making a figure four. One really important thing to note is to pull the toes back towards the knee. And if this bothers your knee, just skip it, okay? Getting the flesh out from underneath the sits bones. Press the outer knee down towards the ground. Take the hands onto the sides of the chair and lift up tall through the top of the head. You can just hinge forward with a nice long spine, any amount until you feel a stretch. Okay, it doesn't have to be the biggest stretch, but you'll feel that somewhere on the outer leg and hip. We're here for 2 more breaths. Keep those toes flexing back towards the knee and keep the outer knee pressing down to the ground. 1 more breath. Inhale, rising up, placing the sole of the foot down onto the ground, and then crossing left ankle over the right knee. Again, see that the toes pull back towards the knee so they make a nice L shape, a 90-degree angle there at the heel, and then press the outer knee down towards the ground. Get the flesh out from underneath your bum on each side. Take the hands down onto the sides of the chair to lift up nice and tall, side body long. And as you exhale, hinge forward until you feel a stretch. And some of us might feel a stretch after just 1 inch, and some of us, parallel to the earth. Wherever you are, it's perfect. Take 2 breaths, deep breaths. Okay, come on up and take the sole of the foot down onto the ground. So at this point you can be done, but if you can set a 5-minute timer and take your legs up the chair, you could take your chair and you'd sit down next to it like this, You want to do this, Mom? You can be my model. Just come over here. So my mom's gonna sit down, face that way, next to the chair. Okay. So she's gonna lie down on her back and swivel her feet up towards the chair at the same time. It's a little bit awkward and it requires a little finagling. So at that point you can scoot yourself in, scoot yourself in, scoot yourself in. Yep. This is a really nice thing to do for the immune system. This is great to do to lower blood pressure. It's also nice on the low back. So it's nice to just be here for 5 minutes. Nice deep breaths. And then when you're done, it's important to remember that when you come out of the pose, you're going to bend the knees and place the soles of the feet on the chair. So just pretend, Mom. And then you're going to roll your body over onto one side into a fetal position. And here you'll pause for at least 5 to 10 breaths before you come back up. And you might want to roll all the way up to an all fours position. And then from there, take one leg forward. You could grab onto a chair and press yourself up. Okay. Thanks for following along. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Namaste. Thanks, Mom.